Do you see that in dance? In other words, do you feel that dancers, that you take a French dancer, an American dancer, English dancer, Italian, do they kind of look alike, or they still have a specificity?
No, they do, and there are many. Well, here in America, for instance, in American Ballet Theater, they're Russian dancers, they're French dancers, they're Cuban dancers, they're American dancers, French dancers. In France, in Toulouse, there were Italian dancers, American dancers, French dancers.
So it's really good.
Chinese dancers,
It's becoming
the companies
global.
are very mixed. The
Very
place
mixed.
where they're not mixed is Russia, Kazakhstan, for instance. When I was in Kazakhstan, they were all either Kazakh or Russian. No,
All Kazakh or Russian?
No American.
That's it?
No.
No French, American,
no,
or Italians?
No, yes, no.
They're all locals?
Yeah.
How was Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan was incredible. It was.
When did you go there?
I did. I went September a year ago, September 2008, and I was there for 4 months, really. The premiere was January 23rd of this year, of 2009.
And what you were adapting ballets that you have, or?
No, it was a new ballet. It was on a Kazakh legend. It was purely Kazakh. The costume designer I did have was American, and so because I didn't want it to be traditional,
Right.
and that's not why they asked me to come. If they wanted a traditional Kazakh ballet, they would get a Kazakh choreographer
Yes,
to do it. That
of
was not
course.
the idea. They wanted something that was pushed them further, that got them out of their traditional
Right.
place. They're a very, very old-fashioned classical company. Very old-fashioned Russian.
Very old-fashioned.
Very old-fashioned Russian. So I pushed them as hard and as fast as I possibly could.
And did it?
Some of the dancers wanted to change and move, and others were so deeply embedded in their training that they couldn't. They
couldn't get out of their mold.
Get out of it.
They were stuck into
it.
it.
They couldn't go there.
To leave Kazakhstan and get back to the U.S.
Yes.
William Shatner story.
William
What
Shatner. William Shatner, in I think it was 2005, put out a CD called Has Been, and I heard about it on NPR, and I ran out to buy it because I had Transformed Man. I bought it in the 70s when it came out, and I knew that he was off the wall somewhere, crazy off the wall somewhere. So this CD is so unbelievably fabulous, and Ben Folds, who has his own group and is a composer arranger, did all the music. So it was a lot more musical than it wasn't just spoken word. There was a lot of music. There was a choir of people singing behind him as he spoke, things of that sort, and a full punk band and violins, and I mean you name it, it was in there. And I just thought it would be a fantastic idea for ballet. Just immediately, and all my friends, some friends of mine who were in the business, I would play it for them, and they said, I don't get it. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't get it. I said, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be good. So I had a situation that I wanted to. Milwaukee Ballet has a ballet of mine called Virgin Forest, and they wanted to revive it. And it needs the orchestra. It has a commissioned score. They couldn't have the orchestra this particular year because of budgetary reasons. So Michael Pink, who's the director, asked me if I wanted to do something new, and I said, yes, I do. I want to do this William Shatner ballet. So I sent him some of the music. I said, can you get behind this? I mean, is this something you? He said, yes, I think so. So then I called Bill, and I found out who his agent was. I spoke to his agent. He said, write a letter. So I wrote a letter detailing what it was I wanted to do, because I didn't want to call him and with well, one day it would be so nice to do this ballet. I wanted to have a place to do it, have a schedule in place, and then go to him. So I did. So I get a phone call back or an email, I can't remember, an email I think from his assistant saying, when is it convenient time to call? And I emailed back, I'll be home from 2 to 5, and the phone rang. Right away, immediately, phone rang. William Shatner would like to speak to you. And I said, but I'm not prepared. I'm not ready for what
I'm not ready.
So I sat down, and we had this lovely conversation. He said, I'm honored. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Great.
He said, tell me this. Is there any money in it? And I said, oh, Bill, it's ballet. We live off the kindness of strangers. There's no money.
We live off nothing, of donations,
we're asking
love
your
and
permission
water.
He said, well, I'll talk to the guys. I can arrange it. I'm sure I can arrange it. So we did. We did the ballet. He came with his wife, Liz. He loved it. He got a film crew to film it, and he has created a documentary around the making of the ballet.
The making of the ballet.
The ballet and the record.
Right.
Because he had footage in the studio.
How is it called?
It's called William Shatner's Gonzo Ballet.
William Shatner's Gonzo Ballet.
Ballet, yes.
When is the documentary going to be released?
It will be, well, right now it's doing the film festival tour. It premiered in Nashville in April. It's going to Ontario. It'll be in Rhode Island Film Festival. So at the end of the summer, they're looking for distributors, and then it will be.
It will come to New York,
New
West
York, yes.
East Coast, and stuff like
Yes.
that. That's fantastic.
Yes.
William Shatner. What a guy.
He's so fabulous.
Is he as lovely as he sounds to be?
He is so,
on those ads
so
where
generous, so unbelievably generous. When he did interviews on the radio and things like that before the ballet opened, and the interviewers always wanted to get him, like, and tell us about being Captain Kirk, and tell us about so and so, and tell us about such and such, and he would say, yeah, that's all fine, but that's in the past. Let's talk about the ballet. And he kept bringing him always back to. He said, "Let's talk about the Milwaukee Ballet. Let's talk about Margo in the ballet. Let's what she's doing." But he was just unbelievably generous that way. And he was he's just so sweet. When I went to LA, I visited with him. I had dinner with him when he came to New York. He's just a terrific guy. And I knew that he was off the wall because there's something. He's Canadian. There's something about Canadians. Their sense of humor is not British and it's not American. It's this strange.
It's that emptiness of their territory that makes them like that.
Mike Myers, Martin Short, they have that
many of them.
strange, off-the-wall thing, and he certainly has it. And all of us tried to get him not to call it Gonzo Ballet.
Right.
And it was like, and I even emailed him and said, but Alberto Gonzalez, it's they're calling it Gonzo Gate. Don't you think we should change the title?
Margo, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, today Margo Sappington was my guest.
Thank you,
It's also her birthday.
Thank
Turned
you.
out that way. It's her birthday. She
Thank
just turned
you.
21. So tonight she will have a glass of wine.
Yes, I'm legal now.
She's legal now, even though on O Calcutta she got arrested in LA, but she's legal. I want to thank the crew. Wonderful job, guys. Thank you, Erica, Mike, Mario. Thank you, Angelco. And of course, M&N Studios for the great love you give us.
And thank you, Carla.
Bye, everybody. Love you. See you next time. Margo, happy birthday.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great.
That was fun.
That was fun, huh?
We could do hours.